feeling right now? Because in about 36 hours' time, you'll know whether you're on the plane. The manager says he knows, but he hasn't had the conversation with the two boys who'll unfortunately miss out.
Yeah, again, it's part and parcel of the situation. It's something that is not on the nice side of things, but for the boys, it's just wrapping your head around it, and but that's down to the manager and it's his role.
Tony, there's a fair chance that you will get the shout, get the nod. Tell me what it would mean to you to be going to the Euros with Scotland.
Yeah, it would mean a hell of a lot. It's something when you grow up as a young boy watching these tournaments on the TV when they come around, and you can only dream of being part of one of them one day, and you work your full career. So to be in the position to say that you're going to be part of it would be amazing, and it'd be a proud moment for me and my family, and I'm sure the rest of the boys could say the same.
What's it like within the squads? What do you sense amongst your teammates and the Scotland team going into obviously a massive tournament, but a tough group?
Yeah. No, spirits are high. It's been a good week with the boys. Training's been at a very good level, and out with that, we're all in a good place. I've said previous that the main thing about this group is that we all generally got on really well away from football, and we're all a tight knit in that sense. And then on the park, we all work hard and we take on the gaffer's instructions and we try and do it to the best of our ability. So we're in a good place heading in.
And I wonder if you're a good example, maybe you and James Forrest as well, of guys that have just done their work, got their head down, things weren't working out at one point, but you've got yourself back in the Celtic team. Your club manager's talking about using you more next season as well. It's a good example of just doing your job, being professional, and you never know where it might end up. Yeah,
you're exactly right, and it is your job and it's your profession, and every day you need to be professional when you go into your work, regardless of the situations. And that's exactly what you're asked to do, and it's important you do so, because you always then keep yourself in the right mindset, but you also keep yourself in the best physical shape. And for me personally, I feel in a great place physically and mentally. And that's just due to doing the work, and then when your opportunity comes at club level to play, you take it, which is all I've tried to do throughout the season, and like you say, similar for James. So,
Tony, that game against Germany is obviously going to be a high pressure game. How much do you think your experience playing at Champions League level for Celtic will stand you in good stead should you get the nod for that match?
Yeah, I think given that that's the circumstance, it's about taking the experiences that you've got over the course of your career up to this point, which for me, I've been lucky enough to be involved in environments like that, in games like that, where it's at obviously at a top level, and you need to be on top of your game. So it's just and we're lucky as well that within the team we've got a lot of boys that's played at the top level, and we've got a very experienced team as well. So it's the type of games where you need to bring all of that to it, and be fully focused and be 100% ready to be in that environment.
Steve said he wasn't happy with some of the criticism that's been levelled at the team, particularly after the Gibraltar match. For you guys, is it just like, if it doesn't quite fire in friendlies, you'll be ready come the big event?
Yeah, it's important, regardless, no matter what the game is, that you're 100% focused and you're 100% committed, whether that's friendlies or whether it's competitive. But with this group of players and this team, we're fully focused on, like I say, every game and every training session, from tomorrow night, and then also going into the Euros as well. So that's where our mindset is at, and we're just fully focused on doing the jobs.
How keen are you, Tony, to secure your starting place in that right wing back position with a good performance tomorrow night?
Yeah, like I've just touched on there, it's just each day and each game as it comes. It's, for me, it's not something I do looking too far ahead and what might happen. I've got a job to do both every day in terms of my professionalism and training and the way I approach it, attitude-wise, into each training session, and then also every game. So I don't look too far ahead, and I just hope that I can do a good job for the team and take it from there.
You say you don't look too far ahead, but were there points of this season months back when it became apparent that the team were going to qualify for the Euros in Germany, where you thought, am I going to be in the squad? Am I not going to be in the squad? There might be some right backs ahead of me. Did you always envisage yourself as being on that plane, as perhaps starting against Germany at the Allianz Arena on opening night?
Yeah. Well, it's something that is always in your head when things are coming up, especially with your country. You always want to represent your country. You always want to make the people in your life proud, and as a professional and as a player, the same as the rest of the boys, it was something that you want to aim to do, of course. And that's why, like I touched on before, it's important that I go in every day and I done my job any chance I got. With my club, I took it to give myself every chance of being involved and to do the job for my country as well. So I'm very pleased that I've been able to be in this position, but it's just important for me that I do the work for the team, and I do my job, and that's what I'm focused on doing.
Just finally from me, how much are you looking forward to this send-off from Hampden Park tomorrow night? I'm sure plenty of your friends and family will be going over to Germany, but how important and special is tomorrow night going to be?
Yeah, for sure. It's an opportunity for everybody to come and see the team off, which myself and all the boys will be looking forward to, and it'll be a nice experience, and everybody's family and friends can all be part of it as well, which is nice, and definitely looking forward to that.
Anthony, did you expect to be the first pick at right back?
Like I've said, it's a difficult question to answer. It's just, for me, it's genuinely just been a case of doing my work and being focused on what I can control, and that is literally going in every day at my club and doing my work. And as I've said in a couple of previous questions, is taking my opportunities when they come to give myself the best opportunity. It's not been something that I've overly looked into. It's just about doing what I can do, and that's what I've done.
What excites you most about being a Scotland player at the European Championship finals?
Say that again, sorry.
What excites you most about being a Scotland player at the European finals?
I mean, given that that's the case, it would just be a case of being in that position in a tournament like that, in that type of environment. Like I've touched on before, as a kid, when you're watching these tournaments growing up and seeing all the players that's played and all the big matches that you've watched, given again that that's the case, to say then that you were able to experience that and be one of the players that then kids from the next generation are watching and seeing, it would mean a lot. And I speak on behalf of the boys as well that have grew up watching the tournaments, and then they can then say that they were one of their players. It'd be really special, and it would be something that would live with myself forever. So like I say, just keep doing the work, keep my head down, and see what happens.
And do you believe this group can progress from the group, be the first Scotland team to do that? That would be the aim. And like I say, we've got an amazing squad. We've got very talented players, great coaching staff. So we'll give ourselves every chance of doing that, and it's up to us to go in every day, like we have been doing, and doing our work, and when the games come around, doing the same.
Tony touched upon the send-off earlier on. Obviously, every player that plays for any team, they want to win every game, but I just wonder, with the Germany game just a week away, how much extra significance that takes so that you head there with a bit of momentum.
Yeah, for sure. Our aim is to go into every game with the same attitude as we would be going into the games in the Euros. So tomorrow night it's important that we go in with that attitude, and as a team we go in and put on a good performance and excite the fans and get a positive result heading in.
Tony, you mentioned the next generation. Some of them, quite a lot of them, were here today, as you probably heard.
Yeah.
What did you make of that today? And did you get a sense of just how much the nation's behind you and kind of caught up in this whole thing, and basically wishing you all well?
Yeah, it's amazing. It was nice. A lot of the kids got to come along this morning and watch us train and see what it was like. If I got that opportunity when I was a kid, it would have been amazing. So it was nice for them to be able to experience that, and then they get to watch the boys play in the Euros, and one day that could be them, given they put the work in and they dedicate themselves with their attitude throughout their young careers into their adult careers, and you never know where they could end up. So it was nice for them to experience that this morning, and then for all the kids watching through the tournament, it could be them one day. So it's nice.
one more. You mentioned getting to the Euros as a chance for kind of family to see you, to make them proud as well. Give us an insight. You probably think you've got a good chance of going, but technically you don't know if you're definitely going.
Yep.
How do friends and family prepare? Are they sort of in a fast car ready to go if you get the nod? Have they got things ready to book? Have they made plans? Are they going anyway? How do you juggle that wanting to get people across?
Yeah, it's just exactly that. We don't know. So as soon as you get the news and the confirmation, then I'm sure all the families of the boys that are travelling can then get booking and get themselves sorted. And that's the situation.
Thank you very much. Cheers, appreciate it.
Take care.